And we'll move to COVID-19 and human rights. So I know Jason spoke a bit about vaccinations already. He's spoken about the fact there isn't really a clear precedent for whether or not employers can do this, and that there is case law out there that was dealing with the mask or vaccinate influenza policies in the healthcare setting. Unfortunately, I would say that the case law in that area is somewhat divided. So for as many cases as said it was okay, there you can find just as many pretty much that say, no, it wasn't okay. And of course, it's always dependent on the specific factor. So where does that leave us? Well, I mean, we know we can't physically force an employee to be validated. Can you enact a policy? Maybe. And I think that was Jason's answer as well. But it has to be reasonably necessary. And he sort of talked about the factors and rationally connected to the workplace. So potentially, if you are in a healthcare setting and there is frequent contact with the public, or particularly with the vulnerable public, then maybe there would be an ability to do it. But the factors are going to be very fact specific. And I think you're going to have to be really careful. And like Jason said, you're not just going to want to put a policy like this in place without getting legal advice in advance.
There is rising damage awards for compensation to injury to dignity, feelings, and self-respect is what we're observing throughout Canada. Hasn't quite yet seeped into Alberta case law, where we see cases exceeding 25, maybe even 30 in a very exceptional case, but the trend is trending upwards. And a final kind of quick hit item that I'd like to just bring your attention to is this Facey versus Bantrel Management case. 2 lawyers from our office successfully defeated an appeal of a watershed cost award against a complainant who had filed a human rights complaint. In short, in that case, the Human Rights Tribunal had awarded costs against the complainant because they were found to be dishonest and misleading and consistently acting in egregious manner, specifically at the hearing. Complainants aren't immune to consequence. Where they're going to act and advance allegations that are unfounded and completely unsupported, waste essentially the tribunal's resources, the tribunal may exercise its discretion and award costs against a complainant in that sort of situation.